guys, good evening and welcome back. Alright, so in today's video, we want to learn how to fix a fanciful band and an illusion in our web pocket with a cover, right? So this web pocket here is a fancy or it's an illusion, so you don't need to bother much. Just follow the size and cut the shape and make sure you double cut it and then thread all through that way, then place at the right pocket area. So after you must have done your web pocket, your front pocket, and every other thing. Now bear in mind that I have made several videos on this, on how to do your inner or your wells pocket. So this video is simply going straight to the point to teach us how to do our fanciful high waistband with an extension. So here I am trying to mark my waist, which I have also shown in my previous videos on how to sew an English trouser. So this video is solely focusing on the extended band and the high waistband. So the formula for the cutting remains the same. The only thing I did was to add to the crouch measurement to enable it to go high as expected. So now I have gotten to this stage. Let me get to the sewing proper. Alright, so now we are placing it on the waist point. So bear in mind that this extended band will not have the loops, right? It should be a fitted measurement on your customer's waistline. So the width of that band is 3.5. So you add extra 1 inch for the foldings on the up and the down side. Then stitch all through. So now you thread all through that area. So this is a normal way to fix a band, but the thing different here is that the band measurement is bigger. So you stitch all through to this point, and then this is the right panel of the trouser, right? Stitch all through to that point, and then cut off the excesses. So this is what we have. Look at how big the band is looking. It's a fanciful band. So I am trimming off the excess band on the flap area. So this is what it looks like. Remember I told us that you need to calculate the crouch at extra 3.5. So now I'm trying to mark exact points where that one started from so that it will correspond. It's not proper after fixing one band, one will be higher than the other. So this one is way longer than the half length of the trouser. So I am going to fold it to that extent where I want this flap or the extension to reach. So I'm trying to determine the position where the extension will reach. Then after I have gotten that, I will now start from there. Okay, so now trying to fix the band, fold first half an inch from the left panel of the trouser, stitch all through that way. Then when you get to the zip point, you cut off your thread, that's the flap joining allowance, right? You cut off your thread. Then it's from that point that you will now do your folding for the extension of the band. Now bear in mind that that band you're extending must be to a certain point or certain region. So I have already calculated it and it gave me this folding extent. Then I will now bend it or fold it again. From that same point I stopped on the threading and continue from there. Now this continuation will give birth to the normal band stitching. Now there is a loop, a fancy loop, one loop on the left panel of the trouser, so which I just added now. This is just a single fancy loop. It does not really matter, right? But you can still put yours, you can still not put yours. But the trick here is to learn how the band will be covered. Then after you have stitched all through that point, this is what you'll be seeing. Then look at how the band is looking, right? So see where the stitching came from and how it's also ending. Then you continue and then double thread the loop by 1 inch down. Now this stitching is to enable it have space for whatever be the reason. why the loop was being fixed, but which I think is for either a rank stuff for a naval officer or whatever be the reason, right? So just provide the loop for them, and then you bring down the band extension folding and then stitch from the very point, then measure the midpoint to get the V shape you might be looking for. So the midpoint here is 1 3/4. Remember the band is 3.5, so the middle should be 1 3/4. Then making sure that all the points lapped properly. So now you bring your ruler and flush it to a point. All right, so now you try to determine the angle point if you want to do angle, but it's advisable you do angle, right? So I have it to be half an inch off from the point. So I'm trying to mark out half an inch off from that point. So I have it coming out in this form, and then I will join the lines in this point, join the lines in this format. So once the lines are joined, the angle is not that much, it's not that pronounced, right? That is from the picture I'm working with. So you keep it this way, and then make sure you arrange all the areas where needed. Then start from here and sew. So stitch all through to that point. Then bend the band this way and also stitch to this very point. And then go all out to this very point, to that point where the notching or that the flap joining is. Stitch all along there, but please note the little gap there. As you can see that gap, this gap is very important. It helps you to turn out the band without having squeeze. So if you don't keep that gap, you must have squeeze when turning the band. So extend it all through to this point as well, and then make sure everything is properly arranged, and make sure that the folding is also lapping with the folding, right? Don't form a new line. So stitch all through that point, then fold back the first initial folding you made. This will help you to achieve a new finishing if you did not pipe there. But if you have piped it, you can still leave it that way. So at this point, you are going to notch and trim excesses to enable it come out easily. So cut it out in this form, cut it out as well in this form. The edges must be properly brushed. Cut them out. Cut them out. Then you make sure you trim off this as well. When doing this, don't be in a haste. Watch the video to the end, and don't forget to also subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share, and tell me where you're watching from. Now tuck it in this way, tuck it in this way. See how it came out. You see how it came out, right? So you'll use your scissors or your screwdriver to push it all out. Make sure as well that this area, the sharp edges are properly pushed out. Push it out properly in this form. And then after this, you have to go and iron to see the results. Alright, so now you come to your table and iron out all the edges properly. and make sure that the ironing you are doing will not shrink, burn, or spoil the fabric, right? So carefully iron out this way, and you see how the result is coming out. So this is how to do the fancy band extension for your customers. So if you derive value from this video, kindly subscribe to my channel, like and share as well. The next thing we are doing here is to prepare the lining for the closure. Now the lining, now remember that the inner band will be closed, and it's going to be better off when you use lining, because lining will give it a smooth and a fanciful closure than using the same fabric, right? The same fabric might be too bulky. So it's advisable you use lining or any fanciful vintage fabric that suits, that gives you a complementing color, right? Then iron out these lines as shown. So once the lines are properly ironed this way, now, now you slit out this inch. Now bear in mind that it must be bigger than 3.5 so that you can lock the band properly, right? So this is how it should be. Then you now start folding to your desired width. So fold half an inch or thereabouts, and then make provision for the remaining inch to be folded at once. So fold all through to this very point. Fold all through to this very point. This is what you have. And then you bring hemming gum. A strand will be enough to hem the initial folding you will make. So this is what it looks like. So for some of us whom are having issues with this type of band, I hope this video must have cleared you and given you an insight on how to go about it. So put your hemming gum here, hem all through to this point, hem all through to this point, hem all through to this point. So now, after folding the next folding, you also will measure the main band. Bear in mind, it must be more than 4 inches, so more than 3.5. The first band was 3.5, so the one you are putting as coverage will be 4, half inch bigger, right? So once you have gotten this point to this point, fold as well all through this way. Make sure the band folding is straight as possible, and remeasure them intermediately as you are going. Don't assume, use a tape, that's the essence of your tape. When you fold, you measure to make sure that you have the same inch as you have desired in your brain. So fold all through this way, and also hem it as well. So I will do this for the two parts of the band, the left panel and the right panel, and then I will come back to show you guys how to attach it to the main trouser. So now I'm trying to lock the inner band with the lining I prepared. So the same way you attach your normal band on the trouser, it's still the same way we're going to attach this as well. So make sure you follow the same procedures and stitch the band all through that way. But bear in mind, if you still deem otherwise, you use the same fabric to cover it, you can still go ahead, but it might be too thick if you are using a cotton fabric. But if you are using a jonkoso like or light texture fabric, you could use the same fabric to cover it, right? So this is what I'm trying to do. Then the normal zip coverage, the flap coverage, still place it underneath the flap, the band, and stitch all through this way. And bear in mind that this must be done on the right panel of the trouser. So this is the right panel of the trouser. Then you also lock it up from here. So make sure you carefully watch the video to the end and follow the procedures I have shown you, or I'm showing you in this video, for you to learn how to do this effectively. So once you're done with that, cut your threads from there, knot your lining, and cut all the excesses. Cut all through to this point, cut to this very point, and then this is what we are going to have. Look at it. You see how neatly covered it is, right? So the same procedure we do on lining on our English trouser is what we're also doing here. So cut all through to this very point, and then you tuck out the edges properly, tuck it out properly with the scissors, and you go ahead to do the other one. So basically, I think you have seen how this is done, and that will be the end of the video. If you want to learn more on this, I will have a third class on how to do these luxury trouser wears. So the class will commence soon. If you're interested on the class, kindly comment interested and drop I will drop a number for you guys to chat on WhatsApp to add you to the luxury class for the English trousers. So this is the other band as well. I am placing it underneath where the notching started from. So from there as well, you thread it all through to that very point, and make sure everything is nicely positioned. Then the loop must be fixed for this particular type that has a loop. No, the one I am making has a loop. That's the reason I am using the loop. If you don't if you don't need the loop, you can still leave it plain. So bear in mind that the loop is fancy, right? It's not really useful except if you are putting a rank or a belt on it. So stitch to the very end, and this is what we have. Cut the threads, and then cut off the excesses. So, and that is the end of it. Then you will now tuck it out as shown. Then this is what we are going to have. See, this is what we are going to have. So this is how yours should look like as well. And make sure that everything is nicely arranged. So when you zip it up, this is what we are going to have. Then you put buttons here or adjuster, whatever you want to put, you put it out there and put button here as well. Thanks guys for watching. See you guys in my next tutorial. Bye bye for now.